Good evening, everyone. We'd like to start the regular meeting, the hour of 6 p.m. having come and gone. It's actually 6:03. We'd like to start the regular meeting. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Navarrete. Wilson.
Here.
Tillman.
Here.
Williams.
Here.
Gardner.
Here.
Patton. Here. Smith.
With 5 members answering the call, we do have a quorum and are prepared to conduct business. Would everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before I call up Pastor Fluker to offer us a word of prayer, I would ask for a moment of silence. We just got notified that the former clerk of Chicago Heights, Lori Wilcox, passed away today. So I would ask for a moment of silence for Lori Wilcox and her family as we extend our prayers and to her family. Thank you, everyone. We will, when the services are announced, we will definitely let everyone know. Pastor Fluker, if you can come up and offer a word of prayer for us, please.
Let us pray. Eternal God, Father, we thank you once again for allowing us to come together, men and women, to transact the business of this, our great city. Father God, as we pray now, we pray that you look on the Wilcox family, look on the Chicago Heights family, and give them comfort as your word declares. You're the God of comfort. Give strength and bless the family during this difficult moment. And Father, as we come together as a city united to enhance, encourage, and empower our city, bless the words that are spoken tonight, that they will bring life to every person that is connected to our great city. It is in Jesus' name we pray. Thank God. Amen.
Amen. Before we do public comment, we do have, is there a FEMA representative here tonight? And then we got word that FEMA was making an announcement tonight. If they come in, we will bring them up. At this time also, I'd like to invite our chief, our fire chief, Glenn Brockert, up for a few comments. And the council indulges, we will go to our public comment.
Yeah, yesterday was a busy day for our MABUS 24. As you know, MABUS is our mutual aid box alarm system. Right now, we currently have 23 departments that are part of our MABUS 24. We just had 3 departments join it. And yesterday, Mother MABUS, MABUS of Illinois, were summoned by Florida to start getting some task force teams ready for deployment. And last night at 10 o'clock, our division was summoned to go. So basically, they took 5 engines and 22 personnel to go to Florida and assist them. They're supposed to be arriving there shortly, or like around 7 o'clock this evening, they should be arriving there. One of our guys, a veteran of the fire department, Tim Pietbrink, was one that won the toss, and he was able to go down. So we sent him off last night. The meeting point was down in Peatone at the truck stop, where all agencies joined together, and they went down to Florida. So we're going to keep you up to date as far as what their task will be down there, but obviously everybody's been watching TV, and you've seen the destruction that was at hand. So we are going to be assisting the local fire departments down there, along with the emergency management team, and taking directions from them wherever we are needed. So they're deployed for a 14-day deployment, so we look forward to Tim coming back here. But a great guy to represent Calumet City Fire Department, so thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Our prayers goes out to every family also in Florida. Thank you, Chief, and the department for working with the state of Florida and also with the president. I know he's declared a disaster area for that, so we want to extend our arms. We are at the moment of public forum. Is there anyone, well, just for the record, I received an email at 10:16 p.m. from the Superior Street Prairie. Can you come up, and then we'll submit your comments for the record to talk about the Superior Street Prairie project, and then we'll go to the public forum. So I will submit your comments to the clerk as well.
Thanks, Mayor Jones and the council for letting us speak tonight. We just wanted to let everyone know and invite everyone because this Sunday there will be launching a new volunteer stewardship community at Superior Street Park, Superior Street Prairie. This is a really special, beautiful, unique, irreplaceable natural gem right in Calumet City. This is Friends of Illinois Nature Preserves, Eden Angels Sons and Daughters Association are working together on this. And Sunday it will be there at 2 p.m. This is at a intersection of Michigan City Road and Campbell Avenue. You can look up 999 Michigan City Road. It'll be a chance to do something really great for yourself, for the earth, get outside, meet new friends, enjoy some great food, and really help a special place that needs a lot of love. And Sheba's going to talk a little more about it.
Yes, and thank you so much again for having us, Your Honor, Mayor, and also the council. I just wanted to just say that I wanted to just really reiterate that this is a very, very special place, and we really need the help from the community to come out and assist us. We've been out there for about a year with like a skeleton crew of about 5 or 6. And that's a great day where we go out. It's like it's 33 acres of prairie, very natural gem. It's one of the #1 prairies in the whole state of Illinois, right here in Calumet City. A lot of people may not know that it's even there. So we're having a kickoff to introduce it and to allow everybody, let the neighbors know. So we've been trying to spread the word, and we asked if you could please help us to spread the word. It's this Sunday. I brought a few flyers, and I would love to leave them here if you can pick one up and just help us to share and spread the word. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And if anyone's interested, you can reach out to Superior Street at friendsilnature.org. It should be a really fun day. And thanks again, Mayor.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anyone else who would like to address the City Council during public forum?
Hello, Mayor.
Hello.
I'm here again about 600 block Calhoun. The engineer came out and looked at it. I had sewer holes, manhole covers with tore all out on my block. The engineer came out and looked at it. They immediately fixed that, but the rest of the street is ragged as hell too. So it needs not patching. Patching won't get it. It got about 80 patches in about a fourth of the block, a little bit over 4. It's horrible. And I'm here again. Same complaint, trying to get some services done, and I just want to know when we get a date where they can resurface this street, because it's awful.
So for the record, can you provide your name for the clerk as well?
Huh?
Can you provide your name?
Yeah, Matthew Wilson, 671 Calhoun. And the engineer was out there. He's seen it. It's not like it's going away anytime soon. Public Works, they can't fix this. The only thing Public Works will come down there and do is throw some tar over it and leave it. And the holes get bigger, and more holes. So Public Works, throwing a patch on it, it's not going to do any good. Needs extensive work. Now, if Public Works can do that, then I'm welcome them. But I know they can't. I've been living in the house 10 years, so I know. I've watched it deteriorate like this. So I'm asking you, what can you do?
We will definitely get back to you. We have a lot of streets that we've started repairing in the city. We got money from the state, and we will definitely work with you, but we have to make sure we find the money for it. And
I understand that.
we got $28 million for Torrance Avenue, and then also we're repairing 159th Street. So we have a lot of construction projects going on this summer. But we'll get your information and we'll call you. We'll make sure the engineer is still working with you like he has, and we'll make sure we get an answer for you. It will not be this year, though. I don't want to give you hope that it will be done this year.
I heard that last year.
Well, last year.
And the year before that.
Well, you got to realize we have to program.
I know about when funds get appropriated. I'm well aware of that. I've been in politics for over 40 years, close to 50.
Well, please.
And I know how it goes. And I know when you're allocated funds from the governor and everybody gets a piece of it to use in their areas for infrastructure. So I know how it is. It's not like I'm a new kid on the block. I'm an old head on the block. So I would really appreciate if somebody gave me some honesty and let me know when there's a time schedule when they will get it done.
Mayor,
Go ahead, Matt.
so we went out there, took a look at it. We're running some numbers on the cost, Mayor, to present to the council, and then working with Public Works to try and identify different solutions. So we're just about done with that, and should be able to, if the council would like, we could present something to you guys with a memo, maybe in the near future here.
Okay. Please work with the alderwoman and make sure you get the numbers, and we'll make sure that we contact and give them the right numbers.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anyone else who would like to address the city council during public forum?
773.
Joel, can you guys go in the hallway? Is there anyone else who would like to address the city council during public forum? If not, we'll move on to item 5 on the agenda. For the council, approval of minutes, the clerk has requested that we approve items 5A, B, and C, and then there'll be a separate motion to table items D, E, and F.
So moved.
So first motion is to approve minutes as presented for items 5A, B, and C, seconded by Alderman Smith. Madam Clerk, can you please call a roll on items 5A, B, and C?
Wilson? Yes. Tillman?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Gardner?
Yes.
Patton?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes. The second motion is to table items 5D, E, and F. Is there a motion to table those items?
So moved.
Motion made by Alderwoman Wilson, second by Alderman Patton. This will require all in favor. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, council. The next item on the agenda are reports of standing committees. Alderman Gardner, Finance.
No report tonight, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Public Safety, Alderman Williams.
No report. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Public Utilities, Alderwoman Wilson.
Yes, thank you. Residents may start to receive a letter from ComEd letting you know that the municipality does participate in an electric aggregate program for residential properties. If you do not opt out of that, then your utility will be switched to the less expensive utility, but you can opt out of it. You can do your research, and if you would like to keep ComEd, by all means, contact ComEd. You have 10 days from the date of the letter when you receive it. Not all properties meet the requirements for that change, so everybody will not receive that email, or I'm sorry, receive that letter in the mail, but should you receive it, please read through it. Don't just toss it to the side, and then in 10 days when your electric supplier changes, you're surprised. Please contact ComEd or whomever you have for your electricity and talk to them about the changes that are pending. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman.
You mean you have?
I'm sorry, excuse me. We can't, sir, you can't go back and forth with the council while we start. Sir, you can't go back and forth while we started. You can talk to her afterwards, but you can't go back and forth during the meeting.
I didn't hear it. That's
So please don't shout and interrupt the meeting.
all right.
Alderwoman, can you make sure you give them the information for electric aggregation, please? Ordinance and resolutions, Alderman Tillman.
Thank you, Mayor. I would just like to put the council on notice that the committee members and myself will be calling the meeting the week of October 16th. The specific date will be circulated once we coordinate that amongst ourselves. That's all, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Health, Education, Welfare, actually Alderman Navarrete is not here. Permits and licenses, Alderman Patton. Thank you, Alderman. Public Works, Alderman Smith.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Thank you, Alderman. Under City Council reports for the mayor, I am making 2 appointments. We'll ask the City Council for your indulgence. These are library appointments. Currently, we had 1 member from the Library Board resign. That was member Jesse Tate. We are appointing 2 Calumet City residents, Mark Vargas and Ashley Finley. They are both Calumet City residents, and both worked for ESDA and live. One is a 7th Ward resident, and the other one is a 2nd Ward resident. So is there a motion, actually, Madam Clerk? Is there a motion to approve the appointments for,
Can we hear the names again? I'm sorry.
the name is Mark Vargas and Ashley Finley. One is a 2nd Ward resident, and Mark is a 7th Ward resident.
So move.
Motion made by Alderman Smith, second by Alderman Tillman. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll on the appointments?
Wilson,
Yes.
Tillman,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Gardner,
Yes.
Patton, Smith.
Yes.
On a roll call vote of 4 voting yes, 1 voting no, the appointments are approved for the 2 individuals. We'll make sure that they're at the next City Council meeting. Under City Council reports, Alderwoman Wilson, City Council reports.
Okay, thank you. It just shot out of my head, and I'm never for a loss of words. I would like to thank the 2nd Ward for a fantastic 2nd Ward meeting. Our 2nd Ward meetings will be held the first Wednesday of every month. Usually we are at the church at 415 Saginaw. Thank you to Pastor Episcopal Vicar Christopher Montgomery for letting us use your church. Also, please be on the lookout on this month. On October 26th, we will have the 1st Ward and 2nd Ward Fall Harvest. The location and the time will be sent out to you. The October 18th Breast Cancer and Domestic Violence Awards Champion of Courage has been postponed because we have 250 domestic violence requests to participate. So we are going to a larger forum. I would also like to ask the Second Ward and anyone in Calumet City, if you would like to partner with the Second Ward, we are making Alderwoman Wilson's Book It bags. Book It bags will be for men and women who know when it's time to go. These are men and women who are victims of domestic violence, and it is not always easy to leave, but when it's time to go, you need something for yourself and any children that you are taking care of. So the Book It bags will have gift cards, cash, as well as gender-specific items, underwear and clothing. So if you would like to assist in putting those bags together and getting the donations for the bags, please contact my office at 708-586-4990. That's 708-586-4990. And should you need me, call me, or you can email me, Monet, M-O-N-E-T, @alderwomanwilson.com. Thank you.
Third Ward, Alderman Tillman.
Thank you, Mayor. A couple of things. I want to let the residents know that the Third and Fourth Ward Town Hall meeting for November is going to be canceled due to the election. Downey Park is always unavailable the Monday before the election, so November 4th, there will be no meeting. I also want to thank the members of the River Oaks Estates that met with me last week. I want to thank you for your time, and my office will be working diligently to address your concerns over the next coming weeks. I encourage you all to come to the next town hall meeting that we will have, which is December 2nd at 6:30 p.m. at Downey Park's Fieldhouse. That's 300 Jeffrey. Again, at 6:30 p.m. December 2nd. It's always the first Monday of the month. I also want to remind the residents of the annual Trunk or Treat, which is October 31st in the parking lot of Caroline Sibley. If you want to participate, you can bring your car, decorate your car with the nicest Halloween decor, and bring the treats right in your trunk. And if you have children, just bring them out at 4:30 p.m. again on October 31st, Halloween Day. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Fourth Ward, Alderman.
Thank you, Mayor. First thing, now, God who makes all things possible. Just want to thank the residents that came out to the Third and Fourth Ward meeting this past Monday. Your concerns and questions were forwarded to the appropriate departments, and hopefully we will have those matters resolved relatively quickly. As my partner, my colleague alluded to, there will be no meeting in November. Also, the Fourth Ward, just a reminder, the Fourth Ward website has been launched. The website address is CalumetCity4Ward.com. There will be a plethora of information there, ward information, city council contact information, and regional employment opportunity information, updated city information, current events, and more. If you have any questions, concerns, please contact the ward at 708-212-2240. And also, just to kind of touch on one matter I've been getting kind of a buzz about, is the development on Torrance. I think it's 348 Torrance. There's signs going up for a multi-million-dollar development, mixed-use development that is going on at 348 Torrance. I don't have the date quite yet for the groundbreaking, but we're very excited. Please drive by 348 Torrance and see what the development is supposed to look like. Thank you.
And kind of exciting too, because they're using federal tax credits, Illinois state tax credits, and we're going to present that to the council, but it's an exciting project. Thank you, Alderman. For the record, at 6:17 p.m., we have Alderman Smith in the meeting, and also at 6:23 p.m., we have Alderman Navarrete in the meeting. Alderman. And Alderman, we'll come back. We're doing city council reports now. Fifth Ward, Alderman Gardner, city council reports.
Thank you, Mayor. Just would like to remind the residents that Wednesday,
October 16th, my office, in partnership with Thornton Township Assessor, will be hosting a tax appeal workshop. Please bring your tax bills to be reviewed. There will be on-site filing, pre-filing for the Board of Review. That is to start at 6:30 promptly, between the hours of 6:30 and 8:30 p.m. That's going to be held at the American Legion, 950 Legion Drive. Then on November 9th, I'm asking the Fifth Ward residents to come out and join me in the walk, nature walk, in partnership with myself and the Forest Preserve. We're going to be meeting, I'll be providing details on where we're going to be meeting. It starts at 9:30 to 1:30. We're going to be doing a 3-mile walk through the Forest Preserve District. So please feel free to reach out to my office if you have any questions, 708-891-8195. Also continue to reach out to my office with any concerns, issues in the ward. Thanks so much. That's all I got, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. 6th Ward Alderman Patton.
Thank you. Just one quick thing tonight, Mayor, and City Council residents. It's come to my attention that emails and voicemails that are being left at my @Calumet City email address and my city phone number are not being received by me or my office. So I'm going to give out my personal cell phone number to everybody in the city, everybody that's watching, everybody that's here tonight. 773-307-9262. It's the same number I've had for 20 years. It's not a Google Voice number. It's not a burner account. That's my cell phone number. If you need to get a hold of me, call that number, and I guarantee you I will get back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. 7th Ward Alderman Smith.
Yes, just want to remind the 7th Ward residents that the monthly town hall meeting will be next Saturday. I believe that's the 21st. If there are any questions on that, please contact the office at 708-891-8197. Please continue to report vacant properties so we can get those managed. We've been doing a pretty good job of trying to get those properties secured. So please, your input helps us do that. So please continue to do that. I'm sorry, it's October the 19th, I'm sorry, is the next meeting. That's all. That's all, Mayor.
Thank you, Alderman. If the council so indulges, I would like to turn it over to our city engineer for an update on infrastructure projects. I'm sorry. Alderman Navarrete, 1st Ward, Alderman Navarrete.
Thank you, Mayor. Apologies for the tardiness. I'll make it brief. There is a town hall scheduled for October 23rd at the VFW Hall, 8141. That's located on the corner of Hirsch and Pulaski, 664 Hirsch Avenue. The meeting will be held at 6 p.m. Again, it's October 23rd. Please attend, as I will be seeking feedback on a recent proposal for a gas station seeking zoning approval to operate on the corner of Burnham and Sibley. So looking for community feedback on that. We'll also touch on some other pressing issues such as taxes and other developments related to the Burnham Avenue revitalization plan. Also on October 26th, please join the 2nd and 1st Ward for the Fall Fest at Commissioners Park, 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Please come out for food, games, and resources. That's all I had this evening, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. I'd like to turn it over now to our city engineer for projects. Want to encourage residents too, and I think, Matt, if you're going to start off with the vision map that we have on our city. I know the gentleman asked earlier about the construction projects that we have. On our vision map on the city website, we have all of our construction projects, economic development projects, how much they cost, who's paying for it, what's coming up next. It's all on our vision map for the city. So we send that out to residents so you can see that every project that the city, even the Green Alley project, is also on our vision map. So it's an informative tool, it's interactive. It shows all of the projects that have been requested by the alderman, and then also has a list of all of the projects that we're doing jointly with the state of Illinois. So our vision map allows residents to see this, so I will turn it over to our engineer, Matt, for the public to go through our projects.
Thank you, Mayor. Real quick, on the Calumet City website, we have the vision map, as the mayor alluded to. It's right here on the homepage when you scroll down to services, and then all you got to do is click the button. And what it'll do is it'll generate a map that has, it's kind of like three-dimensional a little bit, that shows some of the projects. So you can pan around the city and see some of the things that are going, or if you would prefer, you can kind of go over to one of the tabs and you can select a certain specific topic. So stormwater, we'll use that one as to kind of highlight a couple things because we were about a year removed from the big storm that we had. So here are some of the different programs that we got going on throughout the city, and then it gives a quick little brief synopsis on what the project is. So when you click, you can highlight it and it'll zoom in, or you could click the actual basin item. So this one is, we got some partnership projects with different entities in the city. The U.S. Army Corps is one of them. We actually engaged in a floodplain management study where they helped us do floodplain planning to try and help out, and we have a lot of floodplain predominantly down in the southern part of the city in the 6th and 7th wards. So going back, sorry, wrong button. And then if you wanted to see some of the other ones too, you can just kind of click it and highlight it, so like the Yates Pond generator. We actually have a grant with Cook County, and what this one is it's a generator. They're going to pay for a backup generator at our Yates Basin because right now our generator is actually down. So we're getting a new one. We actually decommissioned it and we're putting in a brand new one. So we actually just removed it just about a week or two ago, and the new generator is set for delivery here sometime in the next week or two from Cook County. And it's through the Build Up Cook County program where they're going to fund the backup generator. This is a generator that's going to cost well over six figures, for it. So this is a good place if you want to see some of the projects that are going on in the city, and it's kind of broken down into several different categories. It's got some roadway ones, transportation, economic development. We're going to start building up a couple of the other projects on here. There's a lot of data that still needs to get added because we got new projects that are coming through on the books. But right now, this is a synopsis of some of the projects. And there's going to be more data getting added to it as we continue, so that way we can get the word out to the community of just what the council and the mayor and the staff here in the Calumet City are working on, to put your tax dollars at work here. So we're very excited about it and wanted to highlight this for you.
Matt, can you go to the Green Alley projects? I know we have 4 going on now. This is no cost to the residents. We know that when we start construction, residents on other blocks get eager because they want their alleys and their streets done. But I can assure you that we're planning for that, and we're making sure that we're going after grants, getting money for Green Alley projects, and also getting money for street construction. So can you highlight the Green Alley projects that we have going on in the wards?
So right here, this is one of them, which I'm going to share some photos with. This one is actually in Ward 3. This one is right between Stewart and Harding, and between Madison and Prairie. It's a Green Alley project reconstruction. We'll show some photos of them in a bit. We have another alley that is actually a little bit further to the west, right here. And it is between Harding, Stewart, Crandon, and Oglesby. That is in the 3rd ward. 4th ward, I'm sorry, I mixed up the 3rd and 4th ward. My apologies there, Alderman. So we got, that one is also under construction right now. They actually were laying the bricks, the paver bricks on them this week. We started doing that. So we're moving along pretty quickly on these couple alleys. They're going to be working on the bricks. We might have actually got a chance to start them. I didn't get a chance to drive over there today, but as of yesterday, it wasn't up yet. But the 7th Ward has one also too here at between right by Green Bay, Mackinac, Sibley, and Wilson. And then there is another ward or alley that we are doing in the 1st Ward right next to our VFW hall, right down the street. Between Burnham, Hirsch, and 153rd and Pulaski. So these are the 4 alley projects that we have this year. They are funded 80% through the MWRD, through MWRD funds, 20% match, which is something the community would usually be responsible for. We've actually formed a partnership with CNT and Greenprint, and they are in Cook County, and they're covering the city's match money. So this way, our construction is funded through other sources and city money.
Matt, real quick, can you kind of give an explanation of how certain alleys are chosen and why, certain alleys qualify and certain alleys don't? I'm getting that question a lot, and it would sound much better coming from you.
Not a problem. Thank you, Alderman. A lot of times the question comes up about the alleys. When we select them, they have to meet certain criteria. Storm sewers, if there's sanitary sewer that runs through it, if there's water main that runs through the alley, because we do have some alleys that have water main and sewer, those ones actually are not conducive for actually utilizing a green infrastructure or a green alley, a green infrastructure permeable paver alley. The reason being is it grossly exacerbates the price on the alley. So from a cost-effective standpoint, really not in our best interest, because we can do 2 green alleys for the price of what that one would be because of the mitigation that we'd have to do associated with it. Some of the alleys, like the the Green Bay one, does have a storm structure in it, but that is a single feed that goes into it. What we are doing is we're converting those storm structures into dry wells. The other item that is another component of it is we have to look at the soils to see if they're conducive for green infrastructure. So the city had partnered previously with the University of Illinois looking at a study of the soils to see if we could use in green infrastructure on the alleys. And what we found is many areas of the city are actually really highly, good soils for green alley infrastructure. So, but that is predominantly north of Michigan City Road. Unfortunately, when you get south of River Oaks Drive, there's floodplain, and traditionally, the floodplain areas have a higher water table, so the water table also factors into it too. And that area south in of the southern part of the city has a higher water table traditionally, and then also with the floodplain, it doesn't usually, it's kind of it doesn't really give you the benefits that you would realize, whereas the soils are more conducive in other areas. So there's a little bit of a science behind it, trying to figure out the right ones to use, when we select them. So we're trying to look, and we're going through, and we're also looking at, in the future, okay, what alleys maybe can we line up for the next wave to try and keep this thing going, because it's been a very well-received program, it seems like, with the public, and it provides a stormwater benefit too, which is something I like. It's nice because it has mutual benefits, for the homeowners.
All right, Matt, can you go to the slides?
Quick question, Matt. Just one quick question. As far as the green infrastructure, I know we implemented this program in 2019, I want to say, right?
The first alleys were actually constructed in 2022.
But I thought this council approved it in 2019, I want to say.
I'm not sure.
And then another quick question is for drainage. Is there modification to drainage when we do this?
There's a couple different things. We always look for an overland flow route to try and make sure that the water, if the green infrastructure were to become clogged, there's still a way to get the water out of so the drainage patterns there's still a way, and a secondary escape route, I guess you should say, or redundancy, built-in redundancy, because the last thing we want to do is just rely on it, from that standpoint. But from a drainage standpoint, when we're going through this, we also try to look at, where we can get some bang for the buck. When we had the University of Illinois study that occurred with the Illinois State Geological Survey, they were targeting in on the areas of the 3rd, 4th, and I think maybe a portion of the 2nd Ward also too, right up there, right around Torrance and Sibley, in the northwest corner and quadrant of that major intersection. So a lot of focus has been on that one right off the bat, just because of some of the benefits that we would realize with that area, and then also some of the historical stormwater impacts that have also been there.
All right, Matt, you got slides to show us?
Oops. Okay, so here's a quick update on some projects. This is not all the projects that we have in the city, but we wanted to highlight and give you some photos this time, so I'm not just up there just rattling off projects and you're thinking, well, which one is this one? So we're going to highlight a few projects here that are underway or closing out. The first one is 157th Street, and this one is from Burnham Avenue to Wentworth. It's funded through the city's motor fuel tax fund. What this one is it is a complete reconstruction of the pavement. So you can see a project where or on the picture on the left, we're ripping it, taking it down to the base, and then you can see some of the repaving activity on the picture on the right. With this one, it also had sidewalk improvements, ADA improvements, curb improvements. There were some drainage concerns with respect to the curbs and the way that they were previously draining out. We also improved some laterals, and then in the process of this project, we did some point repairs on the sewers and are gearing it up for maybe a future lining project, which we can do after the paving work is done, which is non-intrusive of ripping up the pavement again. The next project I want to highlight here is Wilson Street. This one is in the closeout stage. We're just going through the punch list to try and close it out. It's from Paxton Avenue to Yates. This one is also funded through motor fuel tax. Here on this one, we were actually replacing, you can see it on the left, the sewers and some of the laterals on there. Looks like some of my text might have accidentally got moved. And then to the right, that's more your finished product on it. So there was a lot of different work going on here. So when we're doing this reconstruction, we were also looking at some of the laterals, trying to get some of those addressed too, where there were maybe deficiencies to address maybe cave-ins that you might have at structures, or just to improve the flow too in the drainage of the roads. The lead service line replacement phase 1, we are in the final stages of closing out the first phase of the project. And here is a service line replacement. We've done 312, and this is predominantly in Ward 6 and a little bit in 7. And you'll see there's some restoration work that's going on right now. We're going through the final punch list now to try and get it all buttoned up so we can close this project out and officially move into our second phase of lead service line replacement. And we're anticipating another 300 plus service lines to be replaced for the residents. This is one we just wrapped up, but it's probably a project that a lot of people haven't heard about, but I wanted to at least mention it. So those of you, if you have live on this street, you're aware of it. It's Buffalo Avenue, the sewer lining. So what we did was we went through and had the sewer lining done on the main of the sewer. The laterals were replaced with the road project a couple years ago. It was identified the sewer was still in fairly decent shape, but what it had was it had some irregularities with it with respect to maybe small minor surface cracking. So what we do is we go through and we do a lining, and what you're seeing in the photo on the left is the lining operation go in. Think of it as just taking a balloon and just filling it inside there, and it lines it. It super steams the liner, and it relines that sewer so that the sewer lasts longer. And this way we're able to get a longer life out of the sewer structure too. So you can see a relined sewer in the bottom right, how clean and nice it looks, when it's all done. There's some patchwork that we got right there on the top right as we're going in to try and start getting it going. So it's a little bit of a process, but it's an important process that we'll make sure that our sewers systems function, hopefully kind of addresses some of the sinkholes, issues that maybe, have arisen in the past here in the city. This is one that a lot of people have probably seen and noticed as you're going through, and it's a small minor one, but it's drinking water. It's the tank cleaning. We went through and just re-cleaned all of our elevated drinking water tanks, anything above ground, getting any kind of the dirt, grime, debris off of it. This protects the coating on it, so it extends the life of those storage facilities. And these are vital facilities because we need to make sure that we have an ample supply in the event that maybe there's a break on our main feed coming to Calumet City. So this way we can get that fixed, still provide water to the residents. So, this is nice that we're all able to look up and actually see this. The structures are looking the way that they should now, and also protect the coating on the liner. And then to wrap it up here, like I said, there's a lot more projects, but this is the Green Alley one. This is location 1, and this one is in the 4th Ward. Prairie Avenue and Harding, and is the nearest intersection. 3rd.
That's the
3rd Ward, I'm sorry. And this one, again, is the 80%, funded through MWRD, and then the other part of it is through Greenprint and CNT. So this is the alley work in process. What you're seeing is they're laying the bricks, kind of getting everything set on the left, and the right was when it was under construction. And just this alley alone is going to be able to accommodate and handle 140,000 gallons of stormwater during a rainfall event. So it's more than just making the neighborhood look nice. It has a really functional benefit to it, too. And those are the projects that we wanted to just kind of give a quick update to the city and the council on.
Thank you. Thank you, Matt. Are there any questions for Matt?
Just one, two. Just so the residents know, if you can remember, give a ballpark figure of what an actual green alley costs to do one city block.
So approximately, the cost is roughly about $180,000 just for, on average, for the alleys this year. It's not a cheap endeavor. If we were to pave them, probably could do it for a lot less, but of course it doesn't have the stormwater benefit then either. So, so this is, it's a pretty costly endeavor to try and pave these alleys, to do it this way. So it has a multi-benefit thing, but we're utilizing a lot of partnership programs with that through MWRD and CNT, Greenprint, and then we're also continually exploring other opportunities too that maybe we can partner up with other entities as well.
Okay. And what about the resurfacing of one city block? What is that usually?
Of a city?
Of the resurfacing, complete resurfacing of one city block. And I'm only asking these questions because these are questions that get asked many of me and probably many of my colleagues.
Yeah, so it depends on the length of the city block if you were to resurface it, but a simple 2-inch mill and then resurfacing, you probably could do one block for maybe $50,000, thereabouts, depending on the scope of work that might be associated with it too. There are other components of it when you're resurfacing it that if you, depending on the funding source, could trigger where it costs more. Take, for example, motor fuel tax. If you start using that, then you got to start touching some of the sidewalks sometimes to get them ADA compliant. And if you touch one corner, you got to touch the other 3 corners typically too, because they all have to be in compliance all in the same way. So it's a new mandate that they have with the state when you're utilizing certain funds. If it was general obligation funds, it'd be a little bit less, but we typically do road projects with motor fuel tax.
Okay.
I do have a question.
Yes, Alderwoman.
Thank you. With the 2nd Ward being hardest hit with the September 17th flood, why were we not provided with some of that infrastructure money to redo our alleys and sewers?
We have, so we actually did do a lot of sewer investigation with the last 5 miles of televising was also in Ward 2. We also have, and I'll highlight that maybe in the next meeting if you like, some of the work that we're doing at Superior Basin to make sure that everything is operational, including restoring some of the basin that was damaged during the storm. And then on top of it, actually, we did partner up with the MWRD, and we are going after multiple millions of dollars to address drainage in the Second Ward. So Second Ward has not been ignored. Actually, we are going very aggressive and in partnering with the MWRD on submissions to FEMA, the Illinois Emergency Management, and to try and get greater amounts of funds to the tune of about $5-6 million, hopefully to address some items there.
Thank you. I'll go ahead and ask that we be put first on the list for the next round. Thank you.
All right. Anything else, Matt?
That's all I have today, Mayor.
Okay. Thank you, Matt. Look forward to 24th, which you provide any other update. But getting back
Mayor, if I may.
Alderman Navarrete.
If I may, real quick, I apologize, thank you. Just to piggyback off Alderman Gardner, I was able to bring it up, but I think what he's alluding to is in 2019, we commissioned, Matt also, our engineer, alluded to it, but University of Illinois, Champaign, they actually, if anyone wants to take a look at it, on the, you can look it up, it actually won a 2019 American Society of Landscape Architects Award for student collaboration, but the title is Before the City There Was Sand. So to Matt's point, yeah, the study really showed the amount of sand in Calumet City and kind of the history of it, and it's very conducive for green infrastructure. So I think that really kick-started a lot of the focus on that green infrastructure work, and I know Matt was with a different engineering firm at that time, but glad to have him still a part of the team and pursuing and continuing to pursue this, and hopefully we can get more and more funds and more alleys a year done. So, but just wanted to tell residents they wanted to take a look at it. Sure, can look online. Before the City There Was Sand was the name of the study. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Alderman. Back to the agenda, item 8, informational items to be accepted and placed on file. Item 8A through E. Are there any questions regarding items 8A through E?
Just a statement, I guess, Mayor, if I may. It seems this usually happens a little bit earlier, but it looks like it just happened now that we've expired on our 150 roll-offs that we get for free from Republic. So as of today, we're at 152, according to that correspondence. So I think that's better than years past, so that I'm not sure where we're at with roll-offs, but
We'll have them come to the next meeting, Alderman. I think part of it was the storm and construction as well.
yeah, no, it seems to have lasted pretty long. Usually we go through them quicker than this, so. Just, and then item D, vehicle fuel taxes, just should be vehicle fuel taxes. That was it.
Make that correction on there for informational items A through E. Alderman, is there a motion to accept them and place it on file with that amendment? Alderman Navarrete?
Yes, so moved.
Motion made by Alderman Navarrete to accept items 8A through E with the correction. Second by Alderman Smith. All in favor? Aye. Item 9, the new business items. Item 7, just to point out to the City Council, we don't have to take action on this, but I put, because Thanksgiving is the 28th, if the council wants to have the regular meeting, that would mean we would have the November meeting, November 14th, and then November 28th meeting, the Monday after the council meeting. So if the council wants to think about it, this just allows us time to post a meeting and get it together. It can go on the October 24th meeting if the council don't want to take action on this tonight. So it's just moving the meeting from the 28th to the 18th.
Right. I'm okay with it. Yeah, okay.
That works for me.
Actually, that doesn't work for me. I'd rather do it.
Well, you going to have to remote.
I am unavailable on the 18th, so.
You going to burn one of those remotes?
All right,
Right, we'll vote for him to participate remotely.
is there action on item 9A, 1 through 7?
I have a question about number 2, and I noticed that we don't have an attorney here tonight, so this might need to be deferred until we have an attorney here, but my question would be committing the city to a contract into a new council term. If we provide item number 2, we'd be committing the city to a contract that would go into potentially a new council.
Do you want to table this, Alderman, or?
I'd like a legal opinion on it, but we don't have an attorney here, so yeah, I would like to table it and ask for a legal opinion.
So can you make a motion, Alderman, to table item number 2?
I'd like to make a motion to table item number 2 and also ask the city attorney to provide a legal opinion on entering into a contract that extends past the period of this term for this entire council.
Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Second by Alderman Tillman. All in favor?
Aye.
So is there action on items 9.1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7?
That's what we just take.
Well, apparently, Alderman Tillman has a conflict with November 18th, so.
Is there a motion to table item number 7 then for?
So moved. Can we just change the date to the following
And
Monday?
he has a suggestion. We typically do it the Monday of the week, which will be the 25th.
Right.
We will have back-to-back meetings if we did it on the 18th. We'll have a meeting on the 14th and then another one on the 18th if we did it like this.
You must be cooking. All right.
That works for me.
Is there a motion to amend that, Alderman Tillman, to?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to amend item 9.7 to read Monday, November 25th, 2024.
It's not a good day.
Second.
Madam Clerk, can you call a roll on item number 7 to amend item number 7 to reflect Monday, November 25th? Motion was made by Alderman Tillman, second by Alderman Patton.
Navarrete,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Tillman,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Gardner,
Yes.
Patton, Smith.
Yes.
Now, is there a motion to approve items 9.1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 as amended?
So moved.
Motion made by Alderman Smith, seconded by Alderman Williams. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll on the amended items?
Navarrete,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Tillman,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Gardner,
Yes.
Patton, Smith.
Yes.
New business items, 10, building permits, 10.1 through 3. Are there any questions about the building permits, new fence? If not, can someone make a motion to approve items 10.1 through 3?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Smith, second by Alderwoman Wilson. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll on items 10.1 through 3?
Navarrete,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Tillman,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Gardner,
Yes.
Patton, Smith.
Yes.
Thank you, Alderman. Item 11 is new business fence variance, 3rd Ward, Alderman Tillman.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the item as presented.
Motion made by Alderman Tillman,
Second.
second by Alderwoman Wilson. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll on items 11.1?
Navarrete,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Tillman,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Gardner,
Yes.
Patton, Smith.
Thank you, Alderman. Items 11.1 is approved. Under item 12, resolution and ordinance, I would like to request a motion to table item 1. We do not have an attorney here tonight unless the council is prepared. These are changes that the council requested. Attorney will be at our next meeting. So if there's a motion to table item 1. Motion by Alderman Patton to table item 1. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderwoman Wilson. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 1 is tabled. Yes, Alderman.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Alderman.
Question about item 5.
Yes.
Is there a time-sensitive issue with this, or should we table this until after the public hearing next week?
Yes, we can. So, just for the benefit of the public, the Alderman is asking about we have 2 tracks that we're pursuing for quick take action for River Oaks Mall. As you know, we will reveal the 2 developers to the city council. Part of the quick take action is we have to present this to the city council, and Springfield veto session is coming up in November. The city council, we're having a public hearing next Thursday, the 17th at 5:30, and everyone is invited to attend. So these are the 2 tracks that we have to go down, eminent domain and quick take authority. So Alderman, if you can make a motion to, you want to table it, Alderman, or just?
Should we defer action on it to next Thursday's special meeting after the vote hearing?
Yes. So you just want to do, Alderman, resolutions 2, 3, and 4?
Sure.
Yeah. Motion by Alderman Patton to approve action items or new resolutions and ordinance 2, 3, and 4. Is there a second?
Second.
Who made the second?
Williams.
Alderman Williams with the second. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll on items 2, 3, and 4?
Navarrete,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Tillman,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Gardner,
Yes.
Patton,
Yes.
Smith.
Mayor, if I may.
Yes, Alderman.
Okay, can I request to, prior to that meeting, if we can get a report on tax revenues from the mall, sales and property that is generated from there?
Mr. Treasurer, would you have that?
Typically, when we enter into economic incentive agreements, Alderman, we have to request a power of attorney authorization from the store or the concern in order to access their tax information. I don't get a list of everybody and what they pay in taxes from IDOR. So I don't know if that will be discernible. Certainly, we can give you rough estimates. I think we've gone over this request before, and the property tax values may be a little bit easier to ascertain, but as far as the sales tax numbers, I don't know that we can get specifics on every entity that operates within the mall property.
Okay, I think at some point, I think it's important information when we consider, just when we get to that step of developers and development, to consider what a future development, what kind of tax revenues that generates opposed to the existing, obviously. So just some information if we can try to gather that.
To track down.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I don't even know if the mall itself has that information, Alderman, because of the nature of it. Each individual entity reports directly to IDOR with regard to their sales. So we would, in order to give you an exact number, we would need authorization, power of attorney authorization from each individual that's currently operating within the mall.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Under 13 financial matters, I would like to request that we table item 51. We're waiting on further information from Attorney Kathy Orr Alderman Tillman, can we make a motion to table item 51 under financial matters?
So moved.
Motion made by Alderman Tillman, second by Alderman Patton. All in favor to table item 51? Alderman, yes, Alderman.
51.
Which one, Alderman?
42.
2218.
You want to take that separately, Alderman? Okay. Alderman Gardner, do you have action on items 13-1 through 41 and others?
If I could, just had a question on, I guess it's more of a request I could, for the engineers, if we can get, I see item number 6, we've been working on some grant assistance. I was looking for a status on the Burnham Avenue DCEO grant for streetscape improvements that was, I think, awarded 2022. If we can get it, I don't know if you have it on hand, if not, next meeting, or if I can get an update on that grant award for DCEO from the city engineers or economic development department.
Yes, if there's specific questions, yeah, we can prepare something for you for next meeting.
Yeah, just curious on when we're going to get going.
Yeah, the money had to be reappropriated because of the IDOT project coming through with the complete streets, so.
I think this was separate from that project.
Is
This
that
was a
separate?
DCEO rebuild downtowns grant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll get you information on that one then.
Thank you.
So the council has requested action, separate action on item 42. So Alderman Gardner, we'll take action 13-1 through 41. Is there a motion on, besides the question for item 6 for Alderman Navarrete?
And just one additional, if I may, Mayor, item 49. I didn't see any backup, and I was just wondering if we could just see what the estimated cost was and what property that is.
It's the same property that Alderman Williams mentioned. In order for us to go forward and get a NFR letter, we have to determine if there are any environmental issues at the site before we turn it over to the developer.
So we'll be doing soil borings and...
My understanding is it's going to be a environmental assessment that would be needed, and then maybe some paperwork just to make sure that there's no finding of further remediation associated with it, so it doesn't inhibit the development.
It's like a phase 1? maybe?
Yes, we need to solicit a proposal for that. I did discuss it with CED, and I got some questions on to make sure that the correct boundaries first, and then we can solicit a proposal for that work. But it's not usually it's a little bit lower of a price if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, no, it's phase 1, yeah, it's just more of these.
Yeah, it's going to be more of a desktop one. I'm not anticipating them doing any kind of exploratory digs or they'll go into phase 2. We want to identify if there's any physical concerns out there, and then if there are, those will be brought to the council's agenda or attention, so that way you're aware of it before any kind of greater remediation work would take place.
Oh, absolutely. I'll support that. Well, thank you for that.
You're welcome. So Alderman Gardner, motion on items 13-1 through 41.
Yes, I would like to make a motion to approve them as so presented, items 1 through 41.
There's a motion made by Alderman Gardner on items 1 through 41. Is there a second? Second by Alderman Patton to approve. Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll on items number 1 through 41?
Yes. Navarrete,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Tillman,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Gardner,
Yes.
Patton, Smith.
Alderman Patton, items 42. You want someone to make a motion to approve it? And
Yeah, just for the record, Mayor, I'm going to abstain from 42 because I'm a member of the Calumet City Lions Club, so I don't want to vote in favor of handing the club a grant.
Got you, Alderman. Alderman Gardner, can you make a motion? Are there any other questions on item 42? If not, Alderman Gardner, is there a motion on item 42?
Yes, I'd like to make the motion to approve item number 42 in its entirety as presented.
Motion made by Alderman Gardner on item number 42. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Williams to approve item number 42 as presented. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll on item number 42?
Navarrete,
Yes.
Wilson,
Abstain. I'm a member and an employee.
Tillman,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Gardner,
Yes.
Patton, Smith.
Yes.
On a roll call vote of 5 voting yes, 2 abstentions, item number 42 is approved as presented. Alderman Gardner, is there action on items 43 through 50, 43 through 50?
50?
Yeah, and then 52 through 50.
Yeah. So I would like to make a motion to approve items 43 through 50 and 52 through 54 as so presented.
Thank you, Alderman. Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Second by Alderman Patton. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll call on items 43 through 50 and then 52 through 54?
Navarrete,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Tillman,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Gardner,
Yes.
Patton, Smith.
Yes.
Unfinished business, Alderman Smith.
Just want to remind the residents about next week's meeting. It'll be at EA's Banquet Hall from 10 a.m. to noon. If you have any questions on that, please contact the office at 708-891-8197. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Unfinished business, Alderman Patton.
Nothing further tonight, thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Unfinished business, Alderman Gardner.
Thank you. Just praying for the families of those affected by the hurricane in Florida. You guys are in my prayers. That's it.
Thank you, Alderman. Unfinished business, Alderman Williams.
Just real briefly, just want to remind residents, the cancer walk is this weekend.
Yes, breast cancer walk.
We are at TF North at 10 o'clock, I think.
Yes.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Alderman Tillman, unfinished business?
Nothing, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Unfinished business, Alderwoman Wilson.
Thank you. A reminder to the residents that starting tomorrow, Fridays and Saturdays, October 11th through October 26th, the Calumet Memorial Park District is offering a haunted house on Lincoln Avenue and Freeland from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Please contact the Park District for more information. Second Ward, if you are walking Saturday for the cancer walk and did not pick up your t-shirt or hoodie, please let me know. I have a few extra and I have no problem bringing them to the walk unless you're gonna meet me at my house and pick it up. I have exactly 2 senior prom tickets left. So first come, first serve. And please, residents of the Second Ward, do not leave your house and walk around the Buddy Bear anymore. I understand the nuisance and the noise and the subwoofers that shake our homes and the fact that this is a horrid business. But we do not want you interacting with the patrons of that car wash. Please contact the Calumet City Police Department. We are hoping that they are issuing citation for noise ordinances. But please allow the authorities to do that. I don't want no more walking with bats up to Buddy Bear Car Wash. Leave that to the authorities. Should you need me, call me 708-586-4990 or email me monet@alderwomanwilson.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Alderman Navarrete.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, just briefly, if there's an update on the Economic Development Director search, if we could put action on that on the next agenda if appropriate, if all the information was collected.
Yeah, they did send information, Alderman, so we'll
Okay.
put it on the next agenda.
Okay, thank you. That's all I had this evening.
So tonight, before we adjourn, we do have, and I'd like them to stand up, come up front, we have Mark Vargas and Ashley Allen, who we appointed to the library board. So we called them here in a hurry, told them to get up. So I just want to introduce you guys to Mark Vargas and Ashley Allen, new library board members. Thank you, guys. There being no further business to come before the city council, is there a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:17 PM?
So moved.
Motion made by Alderman Smith. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Williams. All in favor?
Can I give a thank you? I thank the council, Mayor. This is
Hold on a second. I have to adjourn the meeting. Meeting adjourned.